you. It's my car. It's trying to make me go off the road. That sign back there just said this is the Triassic.
Triassic?
Why are you fucking looking at me? It did. It said Chungawugga Triassic. Can't even see the fucking lights. I'm having a panic attack. Look, there's another statue. It's a dinosaur. That was a dinosaur. Oh, where's the screenshot? Turn down my music real quick so you can have some stellar footage for your Kross Walks where you're just gonna AI Jesus in here. Lies! Lies! Lies!
Indeed. Now that my beloved has turned down the copyrighted music, I can officially welcome you to Kross Walks. And welcome to Yellowstone National Park. Well, not quite yet, actually. Every adventure has to begin somewhere, and ours begins at 3 a.m. in southeast Oklahoma, over 1,000 miles away. We're undoubtedly about to consume an entire paycheck's worth of gasoline as we travel across the American frontier. It will take grit, will, and sheer determination. Not necessarily because of the 19 long hours of road between southeast Oklahoma and Yellowstone. No, honestly, it's because of freaking Kansas. But we'll discuss the terrors of Kansas later. Right now, we're just going to enjoy the sights. Okay, we're in Kansas now. The sights are over. Since there's not much to see right now, let's introduce our lovely companions for this journey.
Hey there guys, I'm Silas. For the past videos I've been acting very silly, so I'm trying to change that today. I'll still be entertaining, but just less of the dub. That's good.
Hi, I'm Jace. You might have known me as a total bitch from other videos, but today I'm trying to change that. I'm still gonna be a bitch, but with a little more kindness in my spirit. Get the out of the way! If you roll down, you're gonna upset your name now and fucking care.
Now, as the trip stretches on, we begin to ponder the different types of animals we might see. First and foremost, the danger floof. The danger floof is an animal that is represented by a teddy bear, yet in real life, it's a freight train carrying several hundred pounds of aggressively armed carpet. The rest, well, meh. Finally, after 12 consecutive hours in the vehicle, we have arrived at our first hotel. Not because we reached our destination, but because it took everything we had to get through the desolate scenery of Kansas.
You got my keys?
The only thing better than stretching your legs after a 12-hour car ride is sitting back down to play video games for the rest of the night. Indeed, once I pull this PlayStation out of the bag, it's all over. But first, we check the view. Not much impressive about the ground floor, except no cramped elevators or annoying stairs to lug the luggage up. And now, day 2 on our epic journey to Yellowstone National Park.
Oh yeah. Wyoming sounds fun.
I'm sorry, I forgot this family video. My bad.
My fit is on point. Spirits are high. Everyone is ready to set off on today's adventure. And now we descend upon the continental breakfast. Indeed, it's a sacred ritual observed by travelers across the nation. Weary adventurers gather around industrial waffle makers and mystery eggs in pursuit of nutrients.
This is so nice. No doubt.
I'm so sick from eating that waffle.
Yo.
Sickness. The sugar.
Blood of Christ.
Oh, sorry. Anyways, Jewish kid. I was a spoiled Jewish kid, kind of like Malibu's Most Wanted. And yeah, I was a DJ, and I did a lot of drugs, and I blew my parents' money, and I also studied Hebrew. Fucking weird. Like I am. Fuck. Doesn't work without the same Fortnite.
I feel some stuff shaking.
Luckily, today we only have a 7.5-hour journey from Aurora, Colorado to Powell, Wyoming.
The fucking gas station. You could have watched that window for me while you pumped gas.
Indeed, with Colorado fading behind us, our next destination is north toward Wyoming. One of the states famous for mountains, open plains, wildlife, and possessing more cows than humans. And there's probably some pretty sweet statues along the way. As the journey continues, a new objective emerges. And that objective is to not pee our pants. We now stand in front of the Southeast Wyoming Welcome Center. We'll now see if they welcome our urine, because our bladders are about to explode. Having successfully located the restroom, we decide to commemorate this occasion with a family photograph. Just looking around the place, it became abundantly clear that the state has chosen a favorite historical profession: cowboys. Every wall featured another cowboy, another horse, or another reminder that somebody somewhere was extremely good with cattle. At this point, I was beginning to suspect Wyoming's Department of Tourism consists of one man in a hat repeatedly saying, "Needs more cowboy." And just outside the Welcome Center is this neat-looking monument. According to the plaque, this sculpture is called Wind Code. According to the internet, this is a massive, multi-part steel and stone piece weighing 34,000 pounds. The inspiration came from Wyoming's highway snow fencing. Whatever that is. I suppose that's cooler than my initial theory that the Illuminati are still putting weird triangles everywhere. I couldn't help but appreciate its bold geometric design that was apparently inspired by the wind. Next, we see rocks carefully stacked inside the steel beams, creating what experts would describe as symbolism. Perhaps the stones represent the way the wind moves through and interacts with the Wyoming landscape, like contrast between heavy, immovable rock and invisible, ever-moving wind. Or perhaps a construction worker said, "What if we just shove these in there?" And thus, art happened.
I was like, Dude, I'm reading this filter and it's saying that the Indian's 5,000 pounds and the guy's 4,000 pounds. I'm like, where are they? The Indian's over there, and the guy with the musket is right there. It's the whites greeting the Native American.
After several minutes of pondering where 5,000-pound statues are hiding,
That statue, that one,
our darling beloved
the guy with the
finally
musket,
spotted
yeah,
them several blocks away.
or Native American. I'm sorry.
Apparently in Wyoming, the horizon is considered prime statue real estate. But honestly, I didn't actually see them anywhere, though I'm not telling my beloved that because I just want to get to Yellowstone ASAP.
Dude, look at the clouds though. That's trippy. Isn't it?
Technically, this is a petrified tree in the same way a chicken nugget is technically a chicken.
What's so special about a petrified tree?
I tell dearest child that it's rare to see petrified things, I think.
What's petrified mean?
I tell dearest child what petrified means.
What?
How? How is that even possible?
The informational plaque informed us this specimen is over 56 million years old, which is incredibly impressive. It also means this tree has spent approximately 55,999,900 years being mistaken for a rock. Now, onward to Yellowstone.
Jug water. Don't mind if I do.
As the miles continued slipping behind us, the scenery began changing once again. The endless plains gave way to towering walls of exposed stone. The rock layers stretch upward like the pages of an unimaginably old book. The heck is that music? As I was saying, somewhere in those cliffs are ancient oceans, volcanic eruptions, prehistoric forests, and enough extinct creatures to populate several museums. While most travelers acknowledge these mountains with a quick glance before returning to their phone, I actually like to stare at them, and ponder how long it'd take me to sprint to the top. After 15 minutes, I could no longer stand driving, so it's time to check out the scenery. I have to say, Wyoming has absolutely no interest in being subtle. The landscape had abandoned trees almost entirely and instead committed itself wholeheartedly to giant piles of rock. There was something strangely peaceful about it. No billboards, no neighborhoods. Just endless hills quietly existing exactly as they had for millions of years. The colors fascinated me. Every ridge seemed painted with different shades of tan, gray, orange, and gold. They looked less like a mountain range and more like the world's largest forgotten lasagna. Or maybe I'm just hungry. Back home in Oklahoma, the forests wrap around you. But here, there's giant rocks teasing you with great views. And there's almost certainly a cowboy standing on one of those mountains, staring stoically into the horizon.
You. It's my car. It's trying to make me go off the road. There's a guy tailgating. Well, and he's not speeding now because I'm speeding. So, thanks, asshole. Now I have to speed for both of us. Cool. You ruined it for me. Now all this sucks because you said it's like this grass. If the grass was turned sideways.
Is that red now?
Hey, look at that abandoned railroad car. Hey, there's a pullout spot. Can I cross the ocean to go over there?
Once again, had to remind my darling beloved that we're here to see Yellowstone. Not every rock formation and abandoned structure. No, today we must skip Boysen Park.
Boys cocks!
I thought you said boys cock.
I thought you said two boys cocks! Wow, what the is that greenery in the way down there, dude? It's the Triassic era. That's what it just said. That sign back there just said this is the Triassic.
Triassic?
Why are you fucking looking at me? It did. It said Chunga Wugga Triassic. I can't even see the fucking lights. I'm having a panic attack. Look, there's another statue. It's a dinosaur. That was a dinosaur.
It's not even a statue. What?
Why are there little Easter eggs of shit going on in this fucking country?
And now, we finally arrive in Powell, Wyoming. The hometown of our darling beloved. The place she called home some 15 years ago before moving to Oklahoma and making what was either the best or worst decision of her life, depending on who you ask. However, before our darling beloved gives us the tour, it's time to check in to our next hotel.
Let the car while I go in and check in. This is...
The hotel now secured, we decide to kick off the tour right away. Our mission was to survey the old neighborhood, to revisit the places once wandered, to see the roads once traveled, and to see it through the eyes of someone who's now completely different. Indeed, time has a funny way of changing yourself, just as much as it changes the world around us. Our journey now leads us to the local cemetery, where our darling beloved's late grandfather now rests.
Oh, wow. Isn't the door open? We have it all... Wow.
Our darling beloved's grandfather was actually a pretty impressive man, from what I've heard. He was one of those people who left an impression wherever he went. He spent much of his life as a Baptist preacher, eventually becoming a car salesman as well, a combination that probably made him very difficult to say no to. He also, allegedly, teamed up with his brother to help a really bad person come to Jesus after they'd committed a heinous crime against a female friend of his. Next, our darling beloved sets a trinket upon the grave. I like to think dear Grandpa was watching and smiling, knowing his dearest grandchild has come a long, long way to visit. For not every man is lucky enough to have a grandchild who carries such sentiment in their heart.
I can't believe this whole cemetery is filled with mourning doves. What the f***?
Before leaving, however, we have to take a moment to admire nature.
Okay, listen. Is that coming from up there? That noise? Well, bye, Grandpa.
Goodbye, right, Grandpa.
Bye. This is where I learned to drive and crashed into, see that flower bed up front? See that tree? That's one of the trees that fell out while I was asleep in the snow. But they didn't used to have a fence. Yeah, it was yellow. It did have a flat roof. It did have a circle driveway. Wow, it looked bigger in my mind than it does right now.
And there it is. The house she called home all those years ago. It's funny how memory works. When you're a kid, every house feels enormous. Then you come back 15 years later and realize you could probably win a game of hide and seek in the local gas station easier than in your childhood home. It was humble, simple, smaller than the house I provide for her now. And I've been smug about that fact ever since.
We used to walk the dog around the block. This down here this used to be an empty lot. This used to be an empty lot, just like all the sand. And they freshly paved this. We would run it barefoot. And we'd also run down here and have like hallucinations that like bats and demons and shit were gonna get us, which is fucking crazy. That guy with all those junk cars, we thought we saw demons and shit in his junk cars and stuff.
Listening to her childhood makes me feel like it was written by Stephen King after 3 energy drinks and a shot of vodka. According to our beloved, a fair portion of her childhood involved experiencing manic episodes, becoming absolutely convinced demons were after her, and then sprinting off into the Wyoming wilderness, only for her mom to have to come find her. The strangest part is how casually she tells these stories now. She will point at an ordinary-looking grain silo and say, "I crawled into that once during a manic fit," as if she's casually explaining where she bought eyeliner.
Holy
Wide roads, small houses, a baseball field, a quiet little downtown. Every block contained another piece of childhood. Every cracked sidewalk, every tree, every little side.
First time I put in a tampon was in the church bathroom.
Okay, gross. Okay, somehow they're all still there. Even downtown had this sleepy charm to it with its brick buildings, its local businesses, and enough blue sky to make Oklahoma feel claustrophobic. As we drove along, our beloved pointed out another childhood memory, then another. I couldn't help but notice that memories don't seem to care whether a place is impressive. Some of the most extraordinary weirdos sometimes live on perfectly ordinary streets. The scraped knees, the laughter, the PTSD blackouts. Those things stay with you long after you've packed your bags and moved 1,000 miles away. And while Powell may just be another quiet Wyoming town to most people, to one little red-headed girl who grew up here, it will always be the place where she lived before her life changed completely for the better. As the band Metallica once said, "Off through the new day's mist, I run. Out from the new day's mist I've come. I hunt, therefore I am. Harvest the land. Taking of the fallen lamb." And if by taking of the fallen lamb they mean going to Yellowstone, then they had the right fraggin' idea. Because today we are making the last stretch of the journey. After hundreds of miles, countless gas stations, one suspicious amount of cowboy propaganda, and enough road trip curse words that will take me weeks to edit out, we are finally about to reach Yellowstone National Park, the most famous park in the world, I think. Of course, we immediately got distracted. But this is a worthy distraction. Now that I have a can of Monster in me, I'm ready to do something slightly dangerous. I start by deciding which wall I want to climb. Loose gravel, sharp rocks, a suspicious lack of traction, and a giant boulder halfway up that appeared to have given up and rolled halfway down.
I mean, if I slip on these rocks, I'm already slipping on them. That's perfect.
After carefully analyzing the terrain and weighing the risks, we decided today Kross Walks is going to be cross climbs. Our dearest child, cautiously climbing behind us. I am always proud to see him embrace challenges. However, climbing in Crocs will probably convert him into a rapidly descending geological event, if you know what I mean. So, I decide to stop only halfway up. Now that he's a little afraid to climb back down, I use this moment to teach him a life lesson. The lesson is that you can use gravity to sonic run down nearly any surface. But I guess going sonic down a jagged hill isn't for everyone.
There you go.
Having conquered one questionable decision, I naturally looked around for another. But somewhere along the way, I decided I'd rather we just get to Yellowstone. It definitely had nothing to do with a fear of heights. And here we are, Yellowstone National Park. That little wooden sign on the side of the road somehow carried the weight of an entire dream. For over a century, people have crossed continents to stand among these mountains, to witness the
Okay, be
wildlife,
quiet a minute. I'm sorry, hon. I'm retarded.
No, you're just fine.
Do you need my ID?
You're doing great. Hey, we have the same name.
Oh, really?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Enjoy the park.
Thank you.
As I was saying, for over a century, people have crossed continents to stand among these mountains to witness the wildlife, the forests, the rivers, the ancient forces that shaped this place long before any of us existed. And now, some random family from Oklahoma had finally made it. Thank you for joining us on Kross Walks. We're only getting started. The next chapter of this journey is going to take us deeper into Yellowstone. So if you'd like to join us on the rest of this adventure, consider subscribing and following along. And if you enjoyed wandering the world with us today, leaving a like really does help more than you might think.
Keep exploring.